Diamonds. So I got blown up by a creeper. I was level 28, so I was getting like really close to level 30, which is what I wanted to be at to get the best enchantments. But I managed to just die to a creeper. I don't know if my items are safe because I was near a bunch of lava. So it looks like at least most of my stuff was safe, which is good, I guess. This is why I usually avoid caves. Like right now I'm just in my branch mine. And then I was like, hey, I should go check out that cave. And then in a few seconds I just died because there was a creeper and there was a water stream. And I couldn't really avoid that. But yeah, anyway, I've learned my lesson and now I have to start my level grind from the start. Which I guess isn't the worst thing that could happen, but it sucks. So I think instead of mining for XP, I want to start building farms. Because having an XP farm would be probably easier than mining. And I don't really want to mine right now. And we also need to build a farm for food. So I'm gonna start on those projects. And I decided that I wanted to build a cactus farm. Now there's still a few queries that need to be worked out, like a few places where the cactus can get stuck. And I have to go clear out all of those. But as of right now, yeah, like that, there's another place where the cactus can get stuck. But yeah, as of right now, it's basically mostly working. Oh my god, they can... Well, there are a lot of quirks I need to work out, but essentially, it's working. I get the water streams to work in the inside part. So right now I'm looking for a jungle to make a bamboo farm, and I stumble across this mushroom forest, which is cool. So I found this village in the sea. There are cats and an iron golem. I really like the way it looks, and I really like the way that it's like just floating on the sea, especially given that there are like these floating land creatures which make it look like really real. Flower forest. So I found this ocean monument. Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything with it yet, but I marked down the coordinates, and I'm definitely going to use it in the future to get more resources, because I want to make a garden farm and get the special blocks. So just around 600 blocks from the first ocean monument, there's a second one. So if we ever decide to come here and do something, it could make for a really large project, which would be really cool. So apparently the mushroom forest biome has like a really cool village. So I just wanted to show that off. Now this is probably just my autism, but whenever two bodies of water are on a different level in a game, I get pretty bothered because like they're supposed to be on the water level. They're supposed to be like one water level. So when I see two bodies of water and just like a block apart, my brain just goes like, hey, that pool should be filled and that like thing should be broken by the force of the water. So finally I found the jungle. I've been looking for one for just hours upon hours on end just to get a tiny bit of bamboo. But finally, after fucking 4 episodes, I have a jungle. This genuinely just feels great, and I'm just gonna go and look for some bamboo and get that. So it looks like the entire jungle is going to burn down due to this lava here. So I don't know what'll happen to it when I come back, but since you had 28 bamboo, it should be enough to make the farm, and I'm just gonna go back home, and we're 7,000 blocks away from home, so it's going to be a long journey back, but at least we know where we're going this time, and we can make it back without that many problems. My head actually kind of hurts from how much I've been playing, and this has been like one of the most frustrating experiences I've had with playing Minecraft, because I've just tried to get the randomly generated biome, and I never knew where it might be, and it's just been a pain. Just been going crazy sitting in a boat for like hours upon end. But now we have the necessary ingredients to make first an XP farm, and then also scaffolding if you're ever building something that requires scaffolding. Now, since we're building sky islands at the moment and over the ocean, and they're pretty high up, I don't think it's a good idea to use scaffolding. But once we get to building the things on the sky islands and so on, the scaffolding will become really useful. Even though we will need a string farm, I think, to make that like convenient and work. So, you know how earlier on I was talking about those two ocean monuments back like way far from my base? Well, there's one here which is pretty close to my base, and it's right next to Mushroom Island. So, this is going to be my next project when I finish the Sky Islands. And this is going to be the coolest thing ever because this is just a perfect setup. Because you get to build like whatever they want on the Mushroom Island and it'll be mob proof and really cool. And then I'll get to just do a garden farm over there in the ocean monument, and that's just gonna be like the coolest thing. So after that clip I found the second ocean monument next to Mushroom Island. I got really excited, but sadly the clip I recorded was kinda corrupted and laggy. I managed to save it in editing and I hope you enjoy it, and I decided to keep it in because it was the most emotional I'd gotten. So holy fucking shit, there's a Mushroom Island here, there's an ocean monument here, and there's an ocean monument right on the other side of that Mushroom Island. It's going to be an amazing project. Like, I'm even considering, like, deferring the fucking Sky Islands, but, like, I want to build them first, and I know I don't have the resources yet to tackle this. It's like a combination of different rare things next to each other. So I think this is going to be really, and I don't know when I'll get to it, but I know that I have to get to it eventually, and it's going to be a really magnificent thing, and I don't even know how I'll exactly do it. I have, like, a completed thing on the Mushroom Island, but the possibilities truly are endless in that situation. So I made the old mountain where my base used to be into a giant farm. I was thinking of making an automatic farm, but for my current food needs it's more than enough to just have this like manual one. I'm probably going to make an automatic farm at some point, but that's not yet. So here's my finished XP farm. I don't know if it's like effective at all, but it took a while to build and I'm really glad that I have it done. I had to go all the way to the jungle and then I had to do the Cactus Farm, and it was like a really big effort. Now my Cactus Farm is looking like more of a mess than ever because I have this walkway. Now this shouldn't actually decrease the efficiency, because if anything lands on this part of the farm it would have landed on the cactus down there and then despawned, and here's it's not wide enough to be a significant thing. So right now the way to get to the XP farm is through the Cactus Farm and then walking over the pipe here. And here's what would theoretically be the actual XP farm. Now it seems there's a problem with collecting the bamboo for this hopper minecart, so it's not working at the moment and I'll have to see how to fix that. Okay, so apparently it seems like the problem is that the system isn't backed up enough. So the hopper collects one bamboo, it gets used to halfway smelt the cactus, and it doesn't really finish it. So I have to add like some stagger system so that they wouldn't reach the cactus when there's only one of the bamboos. All of this would be a lot easier if we had access to the nether and we could get quartz to make some observers, but given that that's not true right now, we have to figure out how to make some form of stagger system. So right now I'm thinking that since my cactus farm is so much slower than my bamboo farm, it might just be enough to put in some initial fuel and get the ball rolling, although I'm not quite sure, so I'm gonna just sit here and wait it out and see how far it can take me, and if the numbers stabilize, whether it's going to be self-sustainable. So it looks like the system is relatively stable, although for some reason the green dye isn't being collected right now, but I'm still gonna keep these oak planks in reserve if the bamboo runs out when a massive amount of cactus appears like has happened right now. And I'm gonna figure out why it isn't collecting. I think it's fixed for now, at least at an acceptable level. I'll completely revamp it when the nether update comes out and we can get access to the nether. But I think this is enough for the present moment to get some starter XP. Turns out that it wasn't the green dye wasn't moving because it had the XP collection mode turned on with this lever right here, and it gained me quite a few levels, and I think if we let it AFK for a while it'll give us enough XP to enchant some things, but it's not that efficient, and given that this is the first actual automatic farm I've ever built in the game, I wasn't expecting it to be that good. It's just something that I'm glad it exists, and it's functional enough that I can just go forward and start working on other things. And the first thing is this entire farm is going to be inside another floating island, so I'm gonna start working on building the second floating island right now, and I'm gonna check back when that's mostly mapped out. So much like the last island, this island will also be based on this series of caves, and now I've made sure that the entire farm is accessible basically from this cave system. So we can go into a cave, we can look at every like significant component of the farm, and it turns out that this cave system has to be a lot bigger than I first assumed it might be. So it's going to take a while to build this island, and I'm completely out of stone right now. So I'm gonna go get some stone. I'm gonna grind some mining, which is funny because we just got the XP grinder, and we're gonna get most of our XP from mining anyway, just to get all of this stone. But so it goes. I'll come back when I have more progress in this island, but it's looking like it's going to be like a really cool island, and it's going to, I don't know if it's going to be significantly larger than that one, because we can just top it off right there, and then we can just do it like that. But it's definitely going to be at least somewhat larger than our first island. Diamonds! Oh, there's a ton of them this time. So after spending a fair amount of time mining, it appears that we don't have a fuel issue, and the solution was to just back up the system with some wooden planks. So now that we have like the bamboo all here, the number seems to be increasing over time, so the base should be right. Now I'm still gonna leave open all this area so I can build a second bamboo module if there's ever a need to get more fuel, but right now it seems like it's going to be fine and the XP farm works. It's pretty slow, but if you AFK for enough, that should give us quite a few levels. So we're gonna get our first max enchanted item, I guess. And we got the efficiency 4 and done breaking free. That's really good. We got this shovel first because I'm going to need a lot of dirt for the next Sky Island, and that's what I'm gonna go get right now. So the first dirt we got was actually from my own island. Now this is for an actually good reason, because I want to make this into a sand themed island, because it has to be a Cactus Farm. So I think it would be really cool to make it like a sand island. So I'm gonna go into the desert and get a bunch of sand and sandstone and just convert this entire island into like a desert floating continent. And then the other island right there, I think I will make like jungle themed with bamboo and stuff, but I don't know if I'll actually use like a jungle tree. That has to be seen. So since I took all the dirt down, I took the chance to make the back of the furnace room actually look good. So now it looks like this instead of being like a complete mess. So I'm back to square one when it comes to XP. I have converted Thailand into like a desert island now, and I think it looks good. I don't know if it looks better or worse than it used to, but I like how it's like thematically at least more accurate now. There are a few things that have to work out, but I'm happy with it for now, and I'm gonna keep working on it. So it turned out that I actually did not have enough fuel, so I ended up building the second module right now. But I ran out of iron, so I can't quite connect it to the first module to actually put the fuel where it needs to go. So I have to go back to mine and get some more iron so I can build a lot more of these hoppers and then put all of them into the system. Diamonds! Oh my god, I don't have efficiency anymore. Diamonds again! These are the third diamonds in this mining session. That's pretty insane. I don't even know how many diamonds we've gotten this time. Well, I know how many individual diamonds we've gotten. I just can't remember how many loads of diamonds we've gotten. So I finally hooked up the second bamboo farm to the smelting, so I can turn the furnace array on, and now it should just smelt a lot of cactus, or at least as much as I have, which isn't a lot, but it's like around 70 or 80 I think right now, which will be some XP. But from now on they should just constantly run without me having to do anything. And so if I ever want to AFK for some levels, that's going to be totally possible. I failed to light up my island properly, and also failed to consider how significantly creepers might damage it if such an occasion might arise. Next clip I'll explain what the thing in the sky is. Well, the last clip was recorded like 3 or 5 minutes ago, and this one actually got me. So I built this tiny floating island to have like this double leveled waterfall. It doesn't really look good from this angle, but I really like the overall effect. From this angle you can get a much better view of what it looks like, and I think it's pretty cool. So I'm basically out of stone again, but the most of the cavern system has been done. It's all interconnected, and you can see basically every part of this bamboo farm if you know where to go. I'm not particularly familiar with the inner workings at this moment, and I have to turn this off so the bamboo can pile up, because at some point the bamboo farm got broken for a while, so the cactus piled up. But yeah, the caves are mostly done, and it's been a lot of effort, and I've had to do like multiple mining sessions, and right now I have to go back to the mines and get all the stone again, because I just don't have enough to fully finish the tunnels even. And when the tunnels are done, I still need to do the island itself, and it's looking like a bigger and bigger project with everything I do. But it shouldn't be that bad once we get to actually building the shell of the island, because I think the tunnels will be the most stone consuming part of the project. But I can't really predict how much stone the actual island will take. I would have worked a bit more on this episode, but I really want to put it out today, so this is going to be the end of the episode, and next episode we're going to be building up the second island completely.